From the rising of the sun to its going down, the Lord's name is to be praised. Let us open our hearts to his presence and listen for his voice in the stillness of this evening hour. Our evening sacrifice, the desire of ages, chapter 51, the light of life, August 14th. The Lord is my light, though clouds may arise. Faith stronger than sight looks up to the skies, where Jesus forever in glory doth reign. Then how can I ever in darkness remain? The Lord is my light, my joy and my song. By day and by night he leads me along. The Lord is my light, my joy and my song. By day and by night he leads me along. This chapter is based on John 8, verse 12 to 59 and John chapter 9. Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8, verses 31 and 32. Then they brought him before the council of the Pharisees. Again the man was asked how he had received his sight. He said unto them, He put clay upon mine eyes, and I washed, and do see. Therefore said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, because he keepeth not the Sabbath day. The Pharisees hoped to make Jesus out to be a sinner, and therefore not the Messiah. They knew not that it was he who had made the Sabbath, and knew all its obligation who had healed the blind man. They appeared wonderfully zealous for the observance of the Sabbath, yet were planning murder on that very day. But many were greatly moved at hearing of this miracle, and were convicted that he who had opened the eyes of the blind was more than a common man. In answer to the charge that Jesus was a sinner because he kept not the Sabbath day, they said, How can a man that is a sinner do such miracles? Again the rabbis appealed to the blind man. What sayest thou of him, that he hath opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet. The Pharisees then asserted that he had not been born blind and received his sight. They called for his parents and asked them, saying, Is this your son, who ye say was born blind? There was the man himself, declaring that he had been blind and had had his sight restored. But the Pharisees would rather deny the evidence of their own senses than admit that they were in error. So powerful is prejudice, so distorting is Pharisaical righteousness. The Pharisees had one hope left, and that was to intimidate the man's parents. With apparent sincerity they asked, How then doth he now see? The parents feared to compromise themselves, for it had been declared that whoever should acknowledge Jesus as the Christ should be put out of the synagogue, that is, should be excluded from the synagogue for 30 days. During this time no child could be circumcised, nor dead be lamented in the offender's home. The sentence was regarded as a great calamity, and if it failed to produce repentance, a far heavier penalty followed. The great work wrought for their son had brought conviction to the parents, yet they answered, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But by what means he now seeth, we know not. Or who hath opened his eyes, we know not. He is of age. Ask him, he shall speak for himself. Thus they shifted all responsibility from themselves to their son, for they dared not confess Christ. This passage was taken from The Desire of Ages, page 472 to 473. Pacific Press Publishing Association, copyright 2005, or Evening Sacrifice, August 14th. I encourage you to connect with God and receive strength to overcome obstacles each day Thank you for listening. Please join us tomorrow as we offer up our evening sacrifice.